The nuts on tour, rolling in the motorhome, moving town to town, never feel alone.
Good morning. I'm Sue.
Hi, Mark.
This is Mark, if you didn't hear it. And we are nuts on tour. Only half a nut at the moment because the other nut can't really speak. Mind you, the dogs are making up for it. Yes, so this video is part of the Van Other Collective, which is a group of like-minded individuals who are, motorhomers, caravanners, campers, that's those sort of individuals. Their logos will be wafting around somewhere in the vicinity, wherever Mark decides to put them when he's doing the editing. Yeah, you may not see him, it could be a logo. Excuse me, I still got the cough. This month's title is Tips for Winter Travel. Be it like, say, your car and caravan, your motorhome, your camper, etc. So we've actually got quite a few ideas. Like normal, we never stick to 3 or 5. I don't even know what that number is, do we? We've always got a lot more. And the tips that we've got, I don't think Mark's actually going to probably say too much, but hey ho, is like to check your vehicle before travel. Which, when I say check your vehicle, we're talking about oil, your radiator water with antifreeze, your screen wash, your 12-volt batteries up to speed, your tyres, your lights.
Because it's colder, your pressures in your tyre will change.
Yeah.
As it's colder, they will drop. So if you've got tyre pals or tyre pressure monitors, it will make a difference. You will see a difference on it. We went out the other day, I had to check our Jeep because one of them was a bit low. So
yeah, the cold weather will have an adverse effect on your tyres till they get warm through travel. Also, it could have an adverse effect on your battery, be it the engine battery or your leisure battery, because again, they don't particularly like the cold. Now, we're quite lucky in this vehicle. We are winterized, as they call it. We have the winter pack on. So we've got a double floor. So all underneath the floor is heated. So things like the batteries.
In the heated garage.
They're in the garage, which is heated. Okay, the heating is only set at, I think, 5 or 8 degrees at the moment, but it's enough. It's keeping the chill off. We also have your motorhomes that have this. Your caravans, I don't think they have it, is your water dump. Should your vehicle go below, I don't know if it's 0, I think.
We'll put the photo in here.
If it's below 0, the motorhomes, a fair few of them, automatically dump the fresh water because, they don't want it freezing in the tanks. So if it's that cold, it will dump it. Like I say, unless you've got heating on like we have, just ticking over, then it wouldn't dump it because that area would be warm in our vehicle. Also, something possibly a lot of people either forget or don't sort of maybe have, caravans don't tend to have it, are the mats that you put down should you get into a bit of a predicament on grass. We have them, we call them mud mats. I don't know if that's what they're called, but they're mats that sit just underneath your wheels just to give you a little bit of traction. We've also got traction control on this vehicle, which helps. And the other thing is a tow rope.
Suitable for the size of your vehicle.
Yeah.
Trying to find one for 7 ton was a little challenging.
Yes, but we have managed it. We have got a nice tow rope. And just to make sure you've got the eyes that you need to screw into the front of your vehicle, should you need them. Because, not be funny, if you get stuck...
That are also rated for the
vehicle. Well, they should come with the vehicle, but like I say, if you should get stuck, then at least somebody might be able to pull you off the grass. Maybe, not so much in our case. We'd need a big lorry. So then inside, these are that was just general outside, you know, what you really need to check before you start moving off in the winter and things like that. So inside, if you have it, the Aldi fluid, to check that you have enough fluid actually in your reservoir for the winter season, because it can evaporate, it does drop.
And remember, don't fill it up to the max all the way, because as it gets warm it will expand. So about halfway between min and max, and as it gets warmer it will fill the tank up.
Yeah. The other thing that make sure you've got enough LPG or propane if you're in a caravan, you know, gas bottles. You need propane is better for the winter due to the fact it's got a lower temperature for freezing. If you've got blue bottles, they will freeze at around 0. They don't go too far down. Propane does tend to go a fair bit lower, so that works through the winter, and your LPG as well. Gas, we have actually a system in here. It actually keeps the bottle valves warm on our LPG system. It's there's summer, there's winter, and there's off.
Picture coming up.
And basically it's a switch, and it just warms the valves up so you continue to get your gas. A lot of people are going this way because of the LPG shortage or lack of filling stations that do it these days, and that's diesel heaters. Now we have looked into a diesel heater, but we're waiting on Aldi at the moment. But the fact is, a lot of people having a diesel heater fitted, which basically it takes up one of your lockers under your seats and it just pumps out hot air. Now in our bus, I'm not sure if one at the front would be sufficient to reach the back, but in a lot of your 3.5 ton motorhomes, yes, it does the job. It warms the vehicle, and you can get them now with remote control, so you can turn them on before you come in, and so on and so forth. When we're away this trip, because we're going away shortly, we actually have a thermal screens. I mean, it's only motorhomes that tend to have the thermal screens. They do vary in size. I've not seen them on caravans.
No, campers.
Campers have them, yeah, and the big motorhomes and the 3.5 tonners have thermal screens.
Silver screens, in or out.
The outside ones, I think, being a bit biased here, I think work better, because the fact is they're outside and they stop any condensation on the inside, but they also keep it warm. The inside ones, I think, still tend to get a bit condensate-y because they're on the inside.
We can cheat, because when we put the silver screen on, we put them both down.
Well, yes, we actually have a drop-down screen at the front, which we can actually drop down as well as the interior screens. Because the winter thermal screen, silver screen as we call it, goes all the way round and across what would be your door and my door. So the whole front is completely covered. And we haven't got any. We did talk about it, but we've never got round to doing anything about it because we need to find some. And that's fridge vents for the winter. Now, I do believe that yes, you can keep them on for the winter. I'm not really sure, but it's supposed to stop, like if it's blowing a hoolie, it should stop blowing out your gas pilot light, shouldn't it? And you see, you know, some vehicles have got them, some vehicles come with them. We didn't, so if we want one, we've got to find some. And then Mark goes round. He goes round and he silicons all. Well, it's the spray silicon, isn't it? All round the rubbers.
Not silicon sealant.
Not silicon sealant. No, it's just silicon spray.
Silicon lubricant spray.
Right. And he does all the rubbers around doors, lockers, windows, vents, so that they don't stick. So that, you know, when you want to open a locker door, you're not pulling the rubber off at the same time. So that's more so for this time of year.
And one that a lot of people forget, get your plastic gloves on. The top of your Thetford loo cassette, there is a rubber seal on there. If it's got any water on it and it freezes, it will stick the rubber to the bottom of the toilet.
Mm.
Then when you pull it out,
You ripped it.
no longer a good seal. So just a little smear of the silicone spray on that also works wonders.
Yes. Yes. The squeak in the background is the new chauffeur. Sort of going on from that, when you're in your vehicle at night, to keep it warm, like say, close your blinds, drop all your blinds on your windows and on your roof, you know, pull them across. That will actually retain some of the heat. We always have throws. They're on the back of the seats at the moment, but they're normally folded up on a chair. That we, you know, we have the heating set at a certain temperature. I'll do this bit. Right, we've now got two very excited dogs because somebody just walked past with their Jack Russell. So now they're bouncing about all over the place because they'd like to go out and meet it. But hey ho. So as I was going to say, we have throws because we keep the temperature set at probably about 19, 20 at the most in an evening or during the day when it's really cold. We have throws, so if you just feel a bit of a nip in the evening while you're sitting around, we just drop them over our knees, and you know that does the trick. We also have
Or cuddle a big brown dog.
yes, I was just going to come to that, but he's actually demonstrating what he does. Normally when we go to bed, Little 'un has her bed at the bottom of the bed, so she's tucked up down there like E.T. And he's on the bed, so we actually have a Doberman hot water bottle because he does generate some heat. He does. He's normally laid somewhere on the bed, wherever he could actually get in. More often than not, he's cuddling his dad, because I don't need it because I'm hot stuff already. And then basically good hearty food while you're away in your vehicle, you know. Have some nice stews and big sort of like what I call a meat and veg meals and crock pot meals and one pot meals, something that's nice and hearty that sort of fills you up, keeps you warm. Okay, so that's probably most of it for what I call moving vehicles. Your stored vehicles. Now we store ours. She's normally parked at home, so we can actually keep an eye on her, or weekly, daily, whatever. But for your stored vehicles that are in storage, you've got to make sure that your water, be it grey or fresh, are completely drained. And
Don't forget to empty the boiler.
and empty the boiler, yes, run the boiler dry, sort of thing, or empty. There is actually the facility on the boilers, the little yellow fliplets thing that just drains it straight out. And some of your caravans, which have got onboard water tanks, have the same facility, so you can just drain the onboard water tank. Here we've got the drains underneath, and once you've done all that, you've drained all your water out, you then actually leave your valves open and open up all your taps, because that will allow for any expansion should something have a little bit of water left in it for draining. A lot of, I mean, we don't do it, but like I say, all the cupboards open, let the air circulate everywhere around, all the cupboards open. The other one
Ours isn't stored for long enough.
no, it's never here long enough, is it? Then all the cushions away from the walls is supposed to keep the air going around. Moisture traps that you put around the vehicle, you know, you can all be seeing they're full of that sort of strange salty stuff that acquires all the moisture.
Silica gel bag type.
Yeah, you know, you've seen them. There's the little moisture traps that you normally dot about your vehicle. And the other thing that I know a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of it on Facebook in the last few weeks, that people are struggling with at the moment, mice. Good old mice. You see, they're all looking for somewhere to come in and rest now for the winter and hibernate, because it's that the temperature's dropping. I've seen different ideas.
As is in the boot.
Yeah, I've seen different ideas from different sources, you know, that you actually... Hang on a second, it's spotted the Jack Russell going back the other way. She's just grumbling. She's not actually set to. Mind you, he's just spotted it. Just be quiet. There's good puppies. See? It's not bothering you. Yeah, mice. Big problem, can be. Peppermint spray, I believe, is something that they don't like. We have got some. Not that we've, touch wood, we've ever needed it. Wire wool over any vents that come up through from underneath. People say, you know, if you put wire wool over it, they won't come in. They won't get through it. We've actually got a thing in the boot, or should I say in the garage, that's on permanently virtually. And it's like a sonic thing, isn't it? And it's not just for mice, it's actually for any creepy crawlies, ants, anything like that. And I must admit, they do work. You know, we've, touch wood, never had any trouble with any of the creepies or anything like that. Always know when it's not actually plugged in, because we do get the odd spider. But that's up and running in the back. So I think, have I covered everything? I think I might have, virtually. And then, yes, like I said, this weekend coming, or should I say tomorrow when we travel there, we will be at Stonham Barns till Monday. And Stonham Barns, which is on the A140 in Suffolk, has a Christmas craft fair Saturday, Sunday of this coming weekend, and Mr. Nutt will be there actually selling his pens. That's just a couple, and there's a few more. That's actually a doggy one, that one. It's got paws on it. It's really nice, that one. And then there's a nice ice blue pen, which is actually a one for a pad. It works on a pad. This one is actually a pencil. It's quite a sizable, but it's an art pencil. It's a big drawing pencil. Soft touch pencils, but this is what, and pens, this is what Mr. Nuttall makes in his spare time. And he will be selling these at Stonham Barns on the 23rd and 24th. This is what keeps him gamefully amused. He's actually just left the van, and I've now got a Doberman shawl. I have. So, like I say, please go along and watch the other members of the collective. There are caravanners, there are motorhomers, and there are campers. So please watch their videos, because they probably got different tips to us and vice versa. And, well, you know, you can always pick up something when you're watching these videos. So thank you once again from one half of Nuts on Tour. And we will catch you next month. Bye for now. You're going to say cheerio? Big dog? Bye.
Meeting friends, old and new. Ooh, sharing stories, it's what we do. Laughter filling the air, true. With the open sky so blue.